Time is money is a famous saying that you must have heard. Some watches around the world really took this quote to heart. Which watches have you seen or heard of that cost the most? How much is that? At $10,000? What if I told you that compared to the most expensive watches, this isn't even a speck of dust? Do you like luxurious watches? If you answered yes, you're in the right place. Today we are going to talk about the world's most expensive and luxurious watches. But before we start our countdown, please subscribe to our channel Plush and Amber Luxury and press the bell icon as well. So let's get started. Number 10. Hublot Big Bang Diamond. Cost $5 million. If you want a little sparkle in your life, the Hublot Big Bang could be just what you need. This $5 million watch was made by a jeweler in New York City with 40 years of experience. It's cut by hand with 1283 karat diamonds. On J43Z's birthday, Beyoncé gave it to him as a gift. This makes it even more luxurious. Number 9. Louis Moinet Meteorist Collection. Cost $4.6 million. The Meteorist Collection, which is named after Louis Moinet, the famous watchmaker who invented chronographs in the 18th century, and has a high price tag, is a good fit. The collection is one of a kind because the dials of 4 of the watches have precious stones and pieces of meteorite on them. In the case of the Tourbillon Mars, for example, there is a piece of the Jiddat al-Harasis 479 meteorite, which is a real piece of Mars that fell to Earth 180 million years ago. Number 8. Patek Philippe Stainless Steel. Cost $12 million. The Patek Philippe Stainless Steel was an important watch because it had the first ever perpetual calendar and chronograph. This clock was different because it was made of stainless steel, which is not a common material for high-end watches. When these things come together, you get a unique watch made from one of the best materials in the world. Number 7. Jacob & Co. Billionaire Watch. Cost $18 million. This work of art is covered with 189 carats of Akosha diamonds, which make each stone look 30% bigger than it really is. Also, the skeleton face shows that the tourbillon movement is made by hand and has 167 parts and 18 jewels. This expensive watch has one last rose-cut diamond on it. There's no question why Floyd Mayweather bought it. Number 6. Paul Newman Rolex Daytona. Cost $18.5 million. The first person to own this Rolex watch was Paul Newman, who was an actor, director, race car driver, and person who sold expensive condiments. The design, which came out in 1963, is thought to be the most famous racing watch. In 1969, Paul's wife, actress Joanne Woodward, gave him a watch with the words "Drive carefully" written on the back. Over the next 15 years, he entered hundreds of contests wearing this watch. This watch is the most expensive because of how cool Paul is, his history in Hollywood, and many other things. Number 5. Patek Philippe Grandmaster Chime. Cost $24.1 million. In a 5-minute auction battle, the Patek Philippe Grandmaster Chime beat the Paul Newman Rolex to become the most expensive watch ever sold at auction. The total amount spent was decided to be $31 million. Then you could say that for this price, you're getting 2 watches, which isn't a bad deal. The Grandmaster Chime has 2 dials and 20 different functions, such as the chiming modes that give it its name. When you buy this watch, you get a free one. There are 2 of them. Number 4. Jaeger-LeCoultre Joaillerie 101 Manchette. Cost $26 million. If we told you that one of the most famous watchmakers in the world, Jaeger-LeCoultre, made this beautiful watch for Queen Elizabeth Di to celebrate her 60th year on the throne, you would have an idea of what to expect. In fact, this watch is good enough to be worn in the state rooms of old palaces and on important state occasions. This is because it has a very unique shape and is made of white gold with a series of polished and diamond-set links. It also has a tiny caliber with only 101 movements. Number 3. Breguet Grande Complication Marie Antoinette. Cost $30 million. The history of Breguet's pocket watch is very interesting. The work was asked for by an unknown fan of Marie Antoinette in 1783, and there were no time or money limits on it. The only instructions were to use gold as much as possible and make as many different problems as you could. In total, it took 44 years to finish, which was 34 years after Marie Antoinette died and 4 years after Abraham Louis Breguet died. This pocket watch is one of the most expensive in the world. It has an interesting story, and it is also very nice. Number 2. Graff Diamonds The Fascination. Cost $40 million. If you had $40 million lying around and like traditional-looking diamond watches, this could be the watch for you. Graff Diamonds used 152.96 carats of white diamonds to make this work of art. The center of the watch has a 38.13 carat pear-shaped diamond ring that can be taken off. This can be worn as a bracelet or a watch. Number 1. Graff Diamonds Hallucination. Cost $55 million. The most expensive watch ever made was a masterpiece by Graff Diamond. As the name suggests, this hallucination is beautiful and strange. The hallucination is a platinum bracelet with 110 carats of diamonds in different cuts, colors, and shapes. It takes luxury to a whole new level. This watch is so shiny that it's hard to use it to tell time, but there's a small dial in the middle of all the shine. The hallucination was made by a team of designers, gemologists, and master craftsmen who put in tens of thousands of hours. It was first shown at Baselworld 2014 and sold for an eye-popping $55 million. So that's it for today. These are the watches that cost the most in the world. A watch is expensive not only because of what it is made of but also because of who wears it. Which of these do you want to have in your closet? Tell us in the comment section below. If you like the video, subscribe to our channel Plush and Amber Luxury. Press the bell icon. Thanks for watching.